What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the JTW Sports Show. We're back today talking about some NFL. We're going to go over some Week 5 review and talk about a little bit of our power rankings for Week 6. So start it off like we always do each week. TJ, Will, how you guys feeling?
Good, TJ.
I feel great. We're
Are you
here.
sure? Are you sure?
We're going to talk about some more NFL. We got a great workout in this morning. I'm energized. Let's get after it.
He's definitely energized. Like right before we start recording, he's getting kind of wild.
Yeah. We got some energy today. We have a lot to talk about. The big news that happened this week was John Gruden.
First NFL coach out of the season.
First NFL coach out of the season, and his team is 3-2. So obviously he's not out because they were losing games. He is out because
comments made 10 years ago.
He's a very he's a very controversial person right now.
It's quite a like a touchy subject, especially in today's day and community. If you don't know, there were some emails retrieved that he had sent about 8 to 10 years ago, talking about some anti-gay, anti-LGBTQ plus community stuff and a little bit of racist emails and stuff. So again, it sucks. It's not a good thing. Again, it was 10 plus years ago. Times were different back then than they are now. Not saying it's acceptable back then, but it's something that it goes on, and it was found, and the team had to take charge, and they ended up releasing him. He technically resigned as a coach, but let's be real. There's definitely a conversation among them.
He resigned, but they were it was like, okay, we're gonna fire you if you don't resign.
Yeah,
and now the Bucs did take him out of their Ring of Honor, which they did announce. And I mean, it's understandable. I mean, his name's going to be a disgrace in the football community.
He won't ever work with or around the NFL ever again. Honestly, he might not ever have another job, but let's be honest, he's made enough money in his career that he doesn't need to work. Yeah. But it's just also like, a bad look on him if somebody sees him out in public or something, they're gonna
call him stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna
100%
call him out, do all that.
It is a true shame because I mean it's very bad what he did, what he had said. Again, 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, times were different, but people see this man as such a bad man now for what he said in the past. And there's and we could give our opinions on it. Everyone has a different opinion. Obviously we don't agree with what he said and what was done, and I think the right actions were taken to support the communities and help the NFL. It's the right thing to do. But I just hope that people don't treat him with as much disrespect as as they think he might deserve right now. He took it like a man. He made his apologies known and everything. So he's a hell of a coach, and he's been nothing but good in the football community, the NFL community. He's technically, he was a legend, in the Ring of Honor. He's there for a reason, but he's gone now. They're gonna have to move on. They have their special teams coordinator, Rich Bisaccia. He's now their head coach, their interim head coach until they find a new one.
Do you think everything that happened affected their loss against the Bears this past Sunday?
No,
absolutely.
I don't.
I think absolutely.
That did not. I don't think that affected them to where they lost. I think the Bears played really good. I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I could see where it could be a distraction for some players. For others, Derek Carr came out and said, "I love the man, but he did a sin." I like Derek's approach to it, that they're just going to keep moving forward as a team. And I do think, though, it could be somewhat of a distraction, but at the same time, I can see where it can't be a distraction,
It's the way I see it is at the end of the day, Will is right. It's a player's game, but so much starts in the front office. So much starts in the coaching staff. And when there are distractions like that on the team, even small distractions can change so much in any single sport. Any sport there is, it's your head coach that's got all this media attention about some bad things. Obviously, there are some players on the team that completely, that hit them really close to home. And it's a rough thing, very, very distracting, and distractions are bad, especially when you have such a strategized approach to a game. You need to be full focus the whole week, have a great week of practice. Obviously, it came to be known on
I think it was Thursday.
was it Thursday during the I'm not sure. Well, it came to be known, but it was known before that. He had received word before that it was going to happen. It wasn't just that day. It instantly came out at 12 o'clock, and at 12:05, they're just telling everybody. So it was a known thing. I'm sure they knew the whole week during practice. There's a lot of stuff going on. Coach was distracted. They're distracted. I think it had something to do with their loss. Again, it is a player's game at the end of the day. Derek Carr is right. They just have to move forward.
But the only thing that came out before the game was the stuff about him talking to the NFL PA director, DeMarcus Smith. The whole stuff about Roger Goodell, all that stuff didn't come out until Monday. So that's why I'm saying it didn't really affect the team. Like, yes, that stuff came out about the email last time, but I don't think that affected the game as much as you guys are saying it did.
Well, I mean, you also have to look back from there's another team in the NFL that's dealing with something like that. Distractions is happening in Jacksonville. After everything that came out about Urban Meyer and his little finger gun.
Yes, but that was
a huge distraction for the whole team.
But that was known before the games. So I guess Jacksonville sucks anyways. But I guess that could be an excuse for why they were playing bad. But the Raiders didn't know all this stuff.
But how do you know that? I'm sure it wouldn't have been a one-day thing where it just came out. I'm sure that the coach knows something. They talked to him in the offices. He could have missed half a practice. He could have been gone for meetings. It's stuff that's not released to the public. That
I guess something like that. As soon as it's found out, is released to the public. In this day and age.
I mean, think about it. I mean, it dropped yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw, but Adam Schefter, who's one of the top reporters for the NFL and Inside Scoops, he's now being accused of sending a full-blown article to somebody asking for tweaks
Bruce
or whatever.
He was sending Bruce Allen emails with articles that he was going to post and letting Bruce Allen put stuff in the articles, which to me, that's kind of weird. I don't really understand that.
The reporters anyway. So, I mean, as long as everyone gets the credit, it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
I don't know. With today's day and age, you can't be too careful when it comes to things. Like we said, John Gruden, he messed up. He's done now. The Raiders have to move forward as a team. They have to get back on the track of winning the division, making it to the playoffs, making it to a Super Bowl. I think they have the talent to do that offensively. Defensively, he's kind of struggled for the past 2 weeks. But I think Derek Carr, Darren Waller, I think there's enough offensive threats to get those big wins. And we're seeing that all around the league right now as offenses are exploding.
It's because of the rule changes, man. I mean, the rules nowadays.
The rule changes do help a lot.
Offense. I mean, you got to think. Eli Manning and Peyton Manning said it best. 12, 15 years ago, nobody threw the ball over the middle. So everything was outside at the numbers, outside the hashes. So, offenses were limited in what they could do because you couldn't throw the ball over the middle because you throw the ball over the middle. Ray Lewis,
you're asking for
Brian Urlacher, Patrick Willis, guys like that are gonna hit you as hard as they can, and so nowadays you're not allowed to do that. So they're throwing all these crossing routes over the middle, all this stuff over the middle, and it's just opening up offenses more and more for everybody.
But I think that's the game as a whole. The game has been always changing. I mean, think about it. 15, 20 years ago, teams were running the ball 100 times more than they're running the ball now. To where now running backs, yes, they're a crucial part of an offense, but it's not, okay, we're going to run the ball first, second down, then we're throwing third down. It's we'll run the ball first down, then we're probably throwing the rest of the rest of the series.
If you're a running back nowadays and you can't catch the ball, you better be Derrick Henry. I mean, if not, you're not going to play. I mean, you have to be able to be somewhat of a receiver. Obviously, like I said, Derrick Henry is an exception because he's one of the best pure running backs we've ever seen. But, everybody nowadays is Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Le'Veon Bell.
You mean Alvin Kamara? I don't really know a Calvin, but
I said Alvin.
No, you said Calvin.
I said Alvin.
Alvin Kamara. Anyways, Alvin Kamara. But yeah, I mean, you don't find these pure style running backs besides these Derrick Henrys, and I mean, you can make a claim for an Ezekiel Elliott, something like that, but he
has a little ability to receive the ball.
Exactly. And there's a reason that like these top teams in the league right now are, they've pass catching running backs and as well as some other down the hill running backs. And that kind of leads into what we want to talk about next with our power rankings, basically our top five for going into week 6.
A lot of
And
changes for me this week.
yeah, see that's where I'm different is I still like my order pretty decently. There might be one thing I might change in there, but I'm kind of digging my order. So let's go over our previous ones, and then let's make a little touch ups to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Up for that.
mine last week I had the Los Angeles Rams at 5, the Raiders at 4, the Bills at 3, the Chargers at 2, and the Cardinals at 1. This week mine's gonna be different, man. I'm keeping the Cardinals at 1 this week. They're undefeated. You can say that they're not the best team in the league, but until somebody beats me, they're the best. Like that's the way I think they should look at it. Until somebody beats them. Sorry, I said me as in like I'm the Cardinals. Until somebody beats me, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that Georgia right now. Georgia loses one game in college, everybody's gonna be like, oh, they're not the best. But since they haven't lost a game, they're the best. So that's the way I look at it. Last week I had the Chargers at 2. This week I am going to bump the Buffalo Bills up to 2. Bills, they're great. I mean, doesn't get much better than their offense.
That's in the name.
At 3, I'm going to bump the Chargers down 1. I'm going to have the Chargers at 3 this week. They won. They didn't really do anything to lose the number 2 spot. The Bills did something to gain the number 2 spot, if that makes sense to you guys. The Raiders at 4, the Raiders are gone. I think they're about to go into a tailspin. I don't think they're going to I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs after all the stuff that's gone on with their team.
They may. They could be a wild card. I can see them being a wild card.
Yeah, and then even at number 5, I'm bumping my number 5 team, the Rams, out too, as well. So my 4 and 5 this week are different. And at 4, I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys. It pains me to do that, but Dallas looks good. Still don't know about their defense. Obviously, their defense has been average.
Their defense has been performing,
but their offense is what carries them. And we all know in the playoffs, the Cowboys' biggest issue is winning. They've been to the playoffs multiple times in the last 20 years and haven't been able to win. And then my number 5 team is going to be the Green Bay Packers because Aaron Rodgers is a GOAT. And that's my top 5. I know I just talked a lot. I figured we just do it that way. I get my top 5 out of the way. So I'm excited to hear what y'all have to say.
TJ, go ahead, buddy.
So last week, I had Cardinals at 1, Packers at 2, Buffalo at 3, Chargers at 4, and Dallas at 5. I'm bumping Green Bay out of my top 5. I think I'm going to keep them at 6. I think they're performing well, but I'm still not sold on the Bengals, and they played the Bengals this past week, and it was a game till the end. And I don't know if the Bengals are that team now, or we're having another off week like we did week 1. So, but for my number 1, so I'm moving Arizona down to 2. I got to bump Buffalo Bills up to 1. Josh Allen and that offense is explosive. They beat the Chiefs, who everyone goes, oh, this is going to be a shootout. And it wasn't at all. It ended up being Josh Allen going out there and doing what he does. He threw for like 315 yards and had 4 total touchdowns.
Yeah, he should have got 400.
The man hurdled a guy. He hurdled a defender, got a huge first down. So Buffalo's the team right now. I don't think that they can beat. They have the week 1 slip up, but I don't think they can be beat right now.
Do you think they'll finish the season 14 or sorry, not 14, 16-1?
I could see him going 15-2. I could see him losing like a trap game coming up, but other than that, I truly believe that there's not a team in the NFL right now that can beat them.
That's
bold.
Bump the Cardinals to 2. Like you said, they haven't lost, which yes, I do agree they haven't lost, but at the same time, you played an average San Francisco team, and it was a close game. So at 3, I'm bumping the Chargers up. Justin Herbert is playing on fire right now. And I truly believe the MVP race is going to be between him and Josh Allen right now. They're both playing unbelievable football.
You got to throw Kyler Murray in there.
Of course, you're going to throw Kyler Murray in there. All three of them, in my top three, all three quarterbacks are playing unbelievable football right now. It's just going to come down to who can win the most games and who's going to throw the least amount of interceptions. So at 4, I'm going with Dallas. Dak's playing like Dak. This is the Dallas team that everybody's been hyping up about for the past 10 to 20 years. This is the Dallas team that everyone goes, all right, this is the year that we're going to be not 8-8. And
they say that every year.
It'll be 9-8.
I get that, but I don't think this is that team this year. I think this is one that I could see them going 14-3. I could see them going 13-4.
Well, let's see. What didn't a couple years ago they went 14-2, and then they
lost in the first round. But I'm saying though, I think they're gonna have a strong regular season. But like you said, the defense is playing kind of average where that is going to catch up to him come playoff time. And then for number 5, I am going to bump them up with the way he played this week and the way that team is operating is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Tom threw 420 yards, 5 touchdowns, and there were still 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I mean, you can't ask much more of a QB or an offense to go out there and do what he does. He is the GOAT for a reason. He does what he does for a reason. So, and that's my top 5. I mean, it's going to change, but I truly believe like those are the 5 best teams right now that can't be beat unless they face each other.
I think out of your all 5 of your teams, the one team that has a major flaw is Tampa Bay. And I think their major flaw is they have no running game. Like Tom Brady.
Leonard Fournette's been playing pretty good, though.
Leonard Fournette's been playing good, but I don't think you need a running game if your QB can throw 5 touchdowns.
I understand.
But also, it's something we just talked about is Leonard Fournette's also catching passes out of the backfield.
But Tom Brady is you guys know in the playoffs it's a different game. Tom Brady's 3 now?
44.
44. I mean, can he go out and average 400 yards a game passing?
He has been. Yeah, I think he can.
I don't know. So I'm not sure if he can keep that up the whole season.
I think he can, and that's where I still have him in my top 5.
And into the playoffs, I'm not sure about that.
Bro, don't ever bet against Tom Brady.
I'm not saying that. I don't like. Obviously, I've said I don't like Tom Brady.
I promise he can do it. I won't be surprised if he wins the Super Bowl again.
I mean, he has they have the weapons. They brought back all 20.
Big call. Are we going? Jimmy saying Tampa Bay's going to win it all?
That's what I said earlier in our little our preseason stuff, our predictions. But yeah, I mean that leads to my top 5. Last week, my order was Buffalo Bills, Arizona Cardinals, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys. I'm making one change to that. I'm moving the Green Bay Packers to 6 and the Chargers to 4. I'm stuck between Chargers and Cowboys for 4 and 5, but I'm not changing a single thing about my top 5 besides that. I think my prediction was pretty damn good. My power rankings are good. Buffalo looks like the best team in the league. Yes, they slipped up, but they look like the best team in the league. And that's why, the Raiders, they were in probably a top 7, top to 10 range going into last week. Dude, they're probably in like the 20s right now to me. They don't look that good, dude. They were looking good at the beginning of the season, but they fell off bad. But Buffalo Bills, look, Josh Allen's playing great. Defense, outstanding. Their kicker doesn't miss. Their run game is but Zach Moss and Devin Singletary, they've been catching balls out of the backfield.
Zach Moss has been playing very good.
Zach Moss has been,
and that's what they need. That offense is built around a running back that can just give you what you need in the run game, but also catch passes out of the backfield.
But also Josh Allen can give you stuff in the run game as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, they don't want him to, but he led their team in rushing the other day.
Every quarterback that I just named is really good running the ball.
Yeah,
especially Tom Brady.
I was going to say,
but that also leads to the Cardinals again. We talked about them. Kyler Murray's playing great. You got James Conner's getting all his touchdowns, but you got Chase Edmonds is getting him there. So they got the run game. They're doing real good. The receiving core is obviously fantastic right now. Bucks, they're the Bucks. I think I will not be surprised if they win the Super Bowl. Dallas Cowboys. I really like Dallas this year too. I think Micah Parsons is a great fit for their defense. Loss of Jalen Smith hasn't hurt them yet. I don't know if it will. Trayvon Diggs, I don't know how I feel about him yet because, he's got all these interceptions and he's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year if the season ended right now. I don't think he deserves it. I think he's made a name for himself and a ball hog for sure. And, as a ball hog, he's top 5, but there's a reason he's getting targeted a bunch. And then the Chargers. you got Justin Herbert, who again to me is number 2 in MVP race, behind Josh Allen, and they're playing great. You know, their run game's actually doing pretty good. I thought Eckler wasn't going to be great on the run. His passing reception's been fantastic. His run game's still been decent, good enough to get them where they need to go. And Mike Williams, standout breakout player. Their defense is playing good. I like my list, and I might keep that list the whole season.
I like your list, Jimmy.
I do like your list, but
We all have our own personal, reasons why we have a team top 5, and obviously it changes week to week. And before we finish off the show, I want to do like a little game with you guys real quick.
before we do the game, I gotta ask like we did last week. Game coming up this week. Which one are we excited for? Which game are we liking to focus in on this week? Going, this game's gonna be.
I'm glad you said that because I forgot about that. Honestly, Ravens Chargers.
Yeah.
Sunday. That's looking like the game. Really, other than that, I mean, Monday night game, Bills and Titans. But Ravens Chargers game, that's
Ravens Chargers is gonna be a good game.
that could be just like the Browns Chargers last week, as far as like being.
Well, that's what game I'm thinking of looking at is Browns Cardinals.
Oh, they play this week.
Browns Cardinals play this week.
Yeah, they're playing,
and that's the game
game.
I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the Cardinals Browns, but hey, I'm excited for this little game. Will
it's so I'm gonna go through and look at the NFL leaders, and I want you guys to name the top 5 leaders in passing, rushing, and receiving so far this year in the league. So
Okay.
So starting off with passing, can you name the top 5 passers as far as yards this year in the NFL?
Tom Brady,
Josh
Allen.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Josh Allen is not.
Okay.
Brady,
Derek
Herbert,
Carr,
Derek Carr.
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert.
Yes.
Dak Prescott.
Nope.
Really?
Oh, I think I know one that's gonna be really surprising. Give me Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson is number 5.
We're missing one, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
You're missing number 3.
Stafford, maybe?
Yes, Matt Stafford.
Stafford.
Yes. All right.
He is completing 68.
Lamar Jackson, bro. Lamar Jackson. We didn't even talk about him much, dude. He just had the game of his career. Passing.
The Ravens. Okay, our TikTok came out the other day, and I said the Ravens. I just don't know if they have it. Going back on that statement, I still agree with my statement.
I agree with your statement because every single game they played this year, they have been down by double digits.
Okay, but it's not a team thing. I'm telling you right now, it's Lamar going in the fourth quarter. It's like 10 minutes left. He's like, all right, I guess that's time for me to do what I do and play football.
And in my opinion, in the playoffs, that's what's been hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
They get down so quickly.
Playoffs are different, and he can't play. And I feel like that's what's happened in the past is you can't play like that.
Mm-mm.
In the NFL. In college, you can get away with that. In the NFL, it's just different.
Yeah.
All right, rushing. Who's the top 5 in rushing?
Derrick Henry.
Obviously.
Derrick Henry is an obvious one.
Ezekiel Elliott?
Yes.
Really?
It's in there.
Where's he on the list?
Yeah, he is third. He actually has the second least amount of carries at 85.
Huh.
Trying to think.
Yeah, why is this so difficult? It's not like Austin Eckler in there.
Cordell Patterson?
No.
Nah, Cordell Patterson is not gonna have rush yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb is second. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So it's Henry, Chubb.
Derrick Henry has 52 more attempts than Nick Chubb.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's Henry, Chubb, and then Zeke. And then the four and five are very – 4 is very surprising. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think he was going to be top 5. And he doesn't have many carries at all compared to the other guys.
AFC or NFC?
He's an AFC. Both of these guys are in the AFC.
Okay.
Is it? It's not like a Najee Harris, is it?
No.
Javonte Williams.
No.
Dude, oh my gosh.
It is
Aaron Jones?
I can't think.
Nope.
He's NFC. Never mind. I'm tripping.
It's So the guy at number 4, he only has 67 carries on the season, compared to number 5, who has 93 carries. And it's a guy.
Question. Is one of these a quarterback?
No. It is not Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson is 8th with 341 rushing yards.
Okay. I just had to clarify that right now.
Yeah. Both of these guys are
He's Lamar.
both of these guys are not seen as top backs in the league.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon is 5.
Joe Mixon.
Wow.
He has 93 carries on the season.
Who's 4?
I don't know.
I don't want to give it away.
Just give a little hint.
I'm trying to think. No, that would give it away. Let's put it this way: the division he's in is not very good. Yeah, the division he's in sucks. The division his team plays in sucks.
There's a lot of those.
James Robinson.
James Robinson.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude, because he's been on my fantasy team, and he had like.
I was gonna say his team is really bad, but I feel like that would have gave it away.
Yeah, he had like 100 and something yards and a touchdown. Okay.
He only had 67 carries on the season, but is 3rd in the league at 300 or 4th in the league at 387 yards.
Okay. So now we're on to receiving.
Top 5 in receiving.
I bet you Devontae is on there. Probably number 1, to be honest with you.
Devontae is 1, obviously. There's 2 surprises on here, if you would say.
Tyreek
Hill is 4.
Jamar Chase.
Ooh,
Jamar Chase is 7th, right outside the top 10.
that's a good pick. I bet you Mike Williams on there.
Mike Williams is number 5.
Did we already say Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
The number 1. Where was Tyreek?
Tyreek was number 4 and Mike Williams is number 5. So we're missing 2 and 3.
I'm throwing a curveball. Matt Stafford's favorite target. Is Cooper Kupp on there?
Kupp. Yeah, I just picked Kupp too. He's number 2.
Cooper Kupp is number 3.
3.
Number two was a surprise. This guy's good. But you would not think of him being 2nd in the league in yards.
I'm trying to think
AFC or NFC?
Like some breakout receiver. Ooh, I think I might know it. I'm gonna let TJ guess first though. I think I might know it. He fits the description. Okay, TJ, I'm gonna let you guess though.
All right, so who do we have? Wait. Who do we have so far? Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill,
Cooper Kupp, Mike Williams.
Mike Williams.
The guy I'm thinking of plays in the NFC.
Deebo Samuel?
Okay. Deebo
Samuel. Yes, It is Deebo Samuel. He's 2nd in the league right now at 540.
Really?
Yep.
I was
But he
also
also,
like 4.
out of the top 5, he has the highest average at 17.7 yards per catch.
Who's at 6?
Per game? And I was like, that just doesn't work.
6 is Justin Jefferson. So
I was thinking Justin Jefferson.
Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are 6 and 7, former college teammates. A surprise, number 10 in the league right now. 2 people tied. Take a guess. One of them, number 10, is Terry McLaurin, but he's tied with a guy.
Tyler Lockett.
Cordell Patterson. Just throwing it out there just for you, Jimmy.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He's not a receiver.
Darren Waller.
Austin Eckler.
Nope.
Travis Kelce.
Nope.
Not a receiver. Darren Waller was the best guess I had once you said not a receiver.
Is it tight end or a?
It's a tight end.
It is a tight end.
Bro, is it Dawson Knox?
Nope.
Dalton Schultz.
I love Dawson Knox.
Not Dalton Schultz.
TJ Hawkinson?
Nope.
Tyler Higbee?
Nope.
Hey, shout my boy CJ Uzama.
Close, TJ. You're getting close. Same mold of tight end as Tyler Higbee.
Dan Arnold.
Nope.
Bro, what the heck? I know it's not Kittle.
Yeah, it's not Kittle. My fantasy team knows it's not Kittle.
It's not Kelsey either. I'll go ahead and give you that. It's not
I already
Kelsey.
guessed
Yeah, we
Kelsey.
just picked Kelsey.
Did we say Hawkinson?
Who is the fourth best tight end in the league?
Me. All right. Bro, am I geeking? What's going on?
I don't know how to give a hint.
Did we say Hawkinson?
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Hawkinson already.
Dude, who is it?
Bro, what the heck? I swear to God, I've said
See,
everybody already.
I got y'all
You're
thinking.
gonna say it and it's gonna piss
Yeah.
me off.
I'm trying to give y'all a hint, but I don't know a hint to give you that wouldn't give it away.
I bet you it's Mark Andrews.
It is Mark
I'm about
Andrews.
to say because he had freaking 100 and whatever.
Yeah, I was like, he went off the other night.
I knew y'all wouldn't get that. I knew y'all wouldn't get that.
Well, once you said similar mold as Tyler Higbee, I was running through my
Whatever.
brain. I was like, okay,
That just pissed me off.
okay.
That's a great way to end the show. I love pissing Jimmy off. I love ending.
No, I know.
But we appreciate
Hell of
you
a
guys.
conversation we had earlier.
Whatever. We appreciate you guys.
I'm right.
You know I'd win. It's cool. We appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna release these every week, like we said. Just check us out on all our social medias. Like, subscribe, comment down below if you think our power rankings are trash, because Jimmy's are trash.
Jimmy's was perfect, just about.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, until next week, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.
Yeah.